Have you ever noticed how small situations can completely shake your peace of mind? Sometimes a harsh word, an unexpected setback, or even a disapproving look can throw you off balance. But what if it were possible to remain calm, even when the world around you seems to collapse? That is what Buddhist principles teach: how to find serenity regardless of external circumstances. Is it really possible to live without being affected by what happens outside of us? And if it is, how can we stay calm when everything seems to be slipping out of control? The answer is simple but profound. What causes suffering is not what happens to us, but how we react to it. Once we learn to master our reactions, we discover an inner refuge that nothing can disturb. Before we continue, if this message resonates with you, please support our work like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is also searching for calm and balance. Together, we can spread peace and awareness to more hearts. At the core of Buddhist wisdom lie 4 essential principles that can transform how we experience life: non-attachment, impermanence, the mastery of the mind, and compassion combined with non-reaction. These 4 act as a spiritual compass, guiding us toward true inner freedom. Let's explore each one with clarity and mindfulness. 1. Non-attachment. Freeing yourself from the illusion of control. Much of human suffering arises from attachment to possessions, desires, people, or opinions. Buddhism teaches that nothing external is permanent. Everything changes, everything passes, and clinging to what constantly shifts is like trying to hold water in your hands. The tighter you grip, the faster it slips away. Non-attachment doesn't mean giving up on life or ambition. It means acting with purpose, but without depending on results for your happiness. Once we realize that total control is an illusion, we begin to accept both gain and loss with the same peaceful heart. Imagine someone who constantly seeks approval. Each compliment brings relief, but every criticism causes pain. That person becomes trapped in a cycle of emotional dependence. Non-attachment breaks this cycle. It teaches us that real security comes from within, not from what we have, but from what we are. When we release the need to control what is beyond us, we make space for lightness and peace. Instead of fighting against life's flow, we move with it, and in that flow, serenity begins to bloom. 2. Impermanence. Nothing lasts forever, and that is a gift. Everything in existence is in motion. The seasons, emotions, relationships, and even time itself. Nothing remains the same, and that very transience gives meaning to life. Impermanence reminds us that every experience is unique, and therefore precious. How often have you believed that pain would last forever, or feared losing something so much that you couldn't enjoy it while it was still present? By understanding the fleeting nature of all things, we stop resisting the natural flow of change. Sadness becomes lighter and joy becomes deeper because we know both are part of the same cycle. Buddhism sees impermanence not as a tragedy, but as liberation. Nothing lasts, neither pain nor pleasure, and that realization invites us to live more fully in the present moment. Remembering that everything changes helps us cultivate gratitude and patience. If you are grieving today, know that the pain will eventually fade. If you are happy now, embrace it calmly, knowing that it too will transform. Wisdom lies in accepting the movement of life without trying to hold it still. 3. The mind, the true battlefield. The outside world does not decide our peace. Our mind does. Every thought is a seed, and what we nurture within shapes our entire reality. The challenge is that our mind often acts on autopilot, reacting, fearing, comparing, judging. To find real peace, we must learn to observe thoughts instead of being controlled by them. Meditation is the tool that allows this. It doesn't mean emptying the mind, but rather understanding it. When we sit quietly and simply observe, we realize that thoughts are not who we are. They are just passing clouds in the vast sky of consciousness. With practice, a small space appears between impulse and action, and within that space lies freedom. You stop being ruled by emotions and begin to respond to life with clarity. In moments of tension, this awareness changes everything. Instead of reacting with anger, you breathe and choose balance. Instead of sinking into anxiety, you notice the thought and let it go. Mastering the mind means freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. 4. Compassion and non-reaction, the path of a peaceful heart. Compassion is the most beautiful flower of the spiritual path. It grows when we understand that everyone is fighting unseen battles. The anger of others, their criticism or coldness, often reflect their own pain, not ours. When we cultivate compassion, we stop taking things personally. We begin to see that most actions and words from others reveal their wounds, not our worth. That realization is profoundly freeing. Non-reaction naturally follows compassion. It doesn't mean ignoring what happens or accepting injustice. It means responding consciously without letting another person's emotion disturb your inner stillness. It's choosing peace over conflict. Imagine someone criticizing you unfairly. The instinctive response would be to defend yourself or strike back. But when you practice compassion and non-reaction, you pause, breathe, and respond with calmness. Saying something like, "I understand your point of view, even if I don't agree," protects your peace and shows strength, not weakness. True compassion begins with yourself. Be gentle with your own mistakes. Accept that perfection doesn't exist. When you nurture a kind heart toward yourself, that kindness naturally extends to others. Your calm energy becomes a quiet light that positively influences everyone around you. The balance among the 4 principles. These 4 teachings, non-attachment, impermanence, mastery of the mind, and compassion, form a cycle of harmony. Each one supports the other. Non-attachment teaches you to let go. Impermanence reminds you that nothing stays. Mindfulness gives you clarity, and compassion softens the heart. By applying them, you don't become immune to pain, but you stop being controlled by it. True peace is not the absence of problems, but the ability to remain centered even when challenges arise. Over time, what once irritated you loses power. What once hurt you becomes a lesson. This is the essence of serenity, peace that depends on nothing outside of you. Final reflection. Peace is in your hands. The path to inner peace is not external or distant. It begins the moment you choose to observe rather than react. When you release control, accept change, and listen to the quiet within, you return home to yourself. These principles are not ancient theories. They are living practices for every day, every breath, every encounter. Serenity is a daily choice built through awareness and compassion. If this message brought you clarity or calm, share it with someone who might need it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and help us spread these teachings of mindfulness and peace. The more we share calmness, the more it grows. Life constantly changes, but your inner peace can remain eternal once you learn to hear it.